All right.
What kind of hash you smoking there?
What's the word? Yeah, it's the Bubba Kim from Trichome Drips. And the Bubba Kim. Yeah.
Rancid?
Yeah, that's like some of this GMO
Some
shit.
dirty.
All that shit.
Yeah, I got the GMO right here too.
That GMO shit is so good.
I got this flower, the Bubba Kim, and the same. It's all from the same grow. Now I don't know if it's the same batch.
Oh my God, Ren.
You're welcome.
I am. Here, can I do a dab with that?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you can. I got a bunch of hash in the joint. But yeah, dab it out. You want the GMO or the Bubba Kim? Well, we're gonna.
This guy was in here with the Indulux the other day.
Have you seen that?
Greenwood. He left me one of the starters.
Oh yeah, Elliot was here with Jennifer, War Party.
Yeah.
Did he show you the vape boss?
We talked.
The vape cigar?
Hardcore cannabis.
But it's the Indux Labs, if I'm not mistaken. Here, I got
No, I
it.
don't think so. It was. Yeah. No, I just need my utensils.
There's a pic right here
My drug sharing
or something.
type stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody left that one. It seems to. Thank you.
Okay.
Check now, check two, check one, check two. And I tagged everybody,
Did we line up?
and
Did we go?
there we go.
Sorry.
Send.
Oh, there we go. We must be live, huh, Remy?
Yeah,
We're live.
now.
Hey, man.
Yes.
Fucking finally.
Hope they didn't get all
There we go. Load everybody up. Larry Reed, the man on weed, and here we are tonight on the Friday night edition of The Grinder. We're pre-Chronic Palooza. We've got some awesome guests in the studio here tonight. Like me, Larry Reed. No, we've got our show. Glen Holland is here from the Ganja Grid, who's going to fucking show you some amazing things. Let's go to the Ganja Grid cam. There we go.
Ooh.
What's up,
Hey,
Glenn? How you
what's
doing,
up?
bud?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on, Larry. Love it so much. Thanks for having us, Remy, and making it happen, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. So you know the you don't have to admit it or not, but you say you know Remy for a while. Is that true? Like how do you know Remy?
Well, actually, just sort of happened for this show. Just trying to help.
Oh, really?
Help get us in.
Because he's a helpful
Holland.
guy, man. If somebody's got a big heart in this world, it's Remy Swice.
Oh.
Okay.
Whose heart is twice as nice. There you go. There you
Thanks,
go.
Larry.
You're welcome, and
True.
you still owe me the
True.
$5 for saying that. So that's
No big deal.
and we've got Samira and Nick also happening here tonight.
Larry with the names. Yeah.
They're here with
Got my
the.
name right this time.
Come
He's
on,
got
I'm a
it.
professional. I'm a professional. And everybody's here just celebrating Chronic Palooza. But one of the awesome things that I recently discovered on the internet was the Ganja Grid. So tell us more. This is everybody listens to music and they're everywhere, from the shower to the. We had a great guest on here last night, Patrick King, the Soil Motherfucking King.
Okay.
And one of the things he said that stuck to me was, I can't even think of something funny to say, but one of the things he said that was like got to my heart was that we are not much different than the soil. We are not much different than the plants. We all inhabit the same spinning spherical blue ball. And so some of what he said, that really impacted me from that. He's like, if it's not good for you, it's probably not good for the ground. If it's good for you, it's probably good for the ground. And so things like that. And so one of the things that is a real discovery is this Ganja Grid, right? Tell us more about that.
Yeah, again, thanks for having me on, Larry.
Pleasure, my pleasure.
And basically, the Ganja Grid came out of a cancer problem that I had, and just had an epiphany one time because I used FICO, full extract cannabis oil, as part of my treatment against lung cancer.
Okay.
So basically, February 28th, I coughed up a loogie about that big of blood, and
Wow.
went to the doctor, and the doctor put a stethoscope on me and Incidentally, the doctor's name was not my normal doctor. My normal doctor actually was off that day, so they had to put me in with a nurse, like a sitting-in doctor. Guess what her name was?
Mary Jane?
Boom!
Fuck out of here.
Boom!
Out of here. Are
I
you
am
serious?
not fucking kidding you.
Wow.
I am not
Crazy.
kidding you. I walk in there after coughing up a loogie and say, Dr. Resnick's not here, but, you can see Mary Jane. I was like,
It's
man.
that's what's it called whenever you get told
Premonition?
something?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
something like
Whatever.
that.
The foreshadowing
Yeah, foreshadow. There you
of,
go.
but the. Okay,
That's
so
amazing.
the you go to the hospital and all of a sudden
Yeah.
you discover that you've got this issue.
Yeah, I had lung cancer. Yeah. Actually, I went to the first doctor. The first doctor told us that we should wait 4 to 6 weeks because she thought that it may be a fungal infection. Okay, she says, we're not sure what it is. So why don't you get a biopsy? A needle aspiration biopsy. So they give me a needle aspiration biopsy, and it comes back inconclusive.
Right.
So then I'm still waiting, and left her, went to another doctor, got in with this guy Rob Taylor who was just on the phone, helped me get into Duke. I got into an immunotherapy clinical trial called Keytruda. I don't
Legit.
should have said that. Sorry, my fault. My fault. But in any case, I documented my whole career or my whole journey on LinkedIn, and put little 2-minute videos out. And people watched them, and I gained like 20,000 followers.
Wow.
And so
Glen Holland on LinkedIn.
yeah, Glen Holland on LinkedIn. Wait here, I have this. This will work. This will be like, bam! Look at that. There's a damn.
Can you put
There
on,
you go.
Yep.
Oh, here you go. I can actually
He's
hear
gonna put it on
yeah.
the Glen cam.
Yeah, put on the
Here.
Glen cam for just a
Yeah,
second.
he's on the fam cam right now.
Oh, here we go. There you go. That's my cue.
Boom.
There you go. Scan away at that mofo right there. Click, click, boom! Don't forget Saturday Night Saliva. So go ahead, Glenn. So the
So yeah, all these people were following me, and they loved my inspiration because every day I got up with another pun, another little 2-minute thing, like, hey, I'm gonna kick its ass, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, and I did everything. I quit the sugar, I quit the red meat, I quit everything that was bad for me. My wife got me into shape. Love you, Sandra, if you're listening.
hi, Sandra.
Yeah, Sandra's
What
the
up?
bomb. What's up, girl?
You're the real MVP, Sandra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so a woman saw me, and it was Tiffany Burt. So this is where the Nick Burt, Tiffany Burt and Nick Milano piece comes into the whole thing. Is that Tiffany reached out
Shout
to
out
me
Tiff.
and
Tiff,
said,
I don't know these people.
yeah, and said, hey,
Oh, that's you.
Tips are.
But no,
Nick
wait a
Milano.
second.
Yeah,
No, you
Milano.
cannot sit there and talk about Tiffany and say that's us when it's Samira and Nikki and
Look how
like
dirty that got.
Tiff
Yeah,
is-
this is like podcast etiquette.
yes,
I'm
like
sorry,
is
was
it your
that bad?
magic? Is it the magic friend that's in the
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so
She be our
Tiffany
magic
is
friend.
somebody that knows you.
Yeah.
That knows.
So she reached out to me and said, hey, I've got some full extract cannabis oil, FICO, that you can take to try and help with your cancer. Because I've seen your videos, I want to give you some for free.
God bless you.
Fucking angel. You know,
Yeah,
I can curse on this, right?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we can-
Fuck yeah.
we grew up very, very vocal in the household.
Yeah, so she reached out to me and was like, hey, I'm going to pass
Good
on
luck
that.
with that.
Yeah, I'm going to pass on that.
Hey, you all right, Larry? Here, put on the fam cam. Hell yeah. Lord have mercy.
That
So
was
Tiffany hooks you. Now you don't know her from nobody, right?
Nope.
You're Glenn.
out on
You're
LinkedIn.
fucking freaked out. You're waking up with the puns. You're changing your life.
Yeah, man.
Are you doing any kind of chemo? Are you taking interferon? Or
Yeah,
what
no,
you know?
so I had Keytruda, which was on a clinical trial.
Okay.
And then they
Just
cut,
being your
they
face.
cut out,
Dirty,
you know,
huh?
I'm going to show you guys. It's there, man. There's a
Yeah,
scar.
there it is.
Wow, there you go, bro.
So they cut me open there.
Which one, or the both of them?
Well, see, there's two because
Right.
the smaller one, they had to suck
Oh,
out the fluid in your. They had to suck out the fluid in your chest cavity.
Right.
So they sucked out the fluids, or no, sorry, they pumped fluid in so that your lungs would float, so they could cut it easily. And so the bigger one is where they cut. The smaller one was where a tube about that big went in between my ribs.
It's too hard.
And
Too
yeah,
hard.
Yeah, so that was bad, man. That was some bad surgery. But in any case, I went into chemo after that, chemotherapy. And I'm sure everybody knows chemotherapy is...
It's poison. It's dumping poison into your
it's
body,
mustard
right?
Gas. It's mustard gas.
Mustard
gas. They put mustard gas in me, for 6 or 7 months. And, it's not one of those things when you take chemotherapy just a little bit or just a first dose that's as bad as you're going to get because it accumulates in your body.
Right.
And it stays in your body for years afterwards. In any case.
I shy.
So this is,
and you're freaking out, right? I mean, this stuff isn't really helping you at all. Your family, your father, you got kids.
No, they're gone. Father and mother both gone. I have 3 kids. They were teenagers at the time. One, 2 were in school. College, that is.
That's what I'm asking. You're the parent at the time, right?
Yeah.
And everybody, there's a lot of stress and.
Yeah. But I was very positive through the whole thing.
Yep.
And at the very end, in December of 2018, I went to Washington, D.C. with my family, all 5 of us, because they were getting older and we weren't going to see them for a while, so they were going to be taking off, right? And leaving the nest. So we said, hey, we'll go to Washington, D.C., right? We'll go to Washington. And we were there. We went to the Modern Art Museum, and I saw an exhibit called Pulse, P-U-L-S-E, just like the Pink Floyd Pulse, your heart pulse.
Yeah.
And it was interactive, and you would walk up to a screen, you'd put your hand on the screen, and it would read your heartbeat and make ripples in water. So you could see, like I put my hand on it, and I could see ripples in water, in a pool right next to it.
What was the name of the thing?
Well, it was called, the exhibit was called Pulse, and it was in 2018 in December in the Modern Art Museum in Washington, D.C. In any case, at that time when I put my hand on that thing, I said, and I'd been having Tiffany's Fico, and I said, you know what? I would love to be able to take my heartbeat and not put it onto a screen into water, but put it into my plants. And so that's what I fucking did.
Damn straight.
That's what I did with this motherfucker.
Yeah, it's badass, dude. I've never seen anything
Organic
like it.
intelligence.
It's so smart. It's so smart, dude.
Here, watch this. This is what you saw that inspired you, right?
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's it. And I said, you know what? I wonder if I could do that to my plants and put my heartbeat in my plants just like that. And that's what I did. I went through 3.
There's the hand, right? That's
there's
making the
it.
ripple.
That's
There
it.
it is.
Right
That's
there.
it right there. There you go, live.
Yep.
To modify the architecture yourself, to modify the space.
And now you can do that to your plants, motherfucker.
Oklahoma is wild.
Wow. So from this one, it was like this is going to be this is what I'm going to do right here. And you started to invent the Ganja grid. That was
it.
Wow.
The worst part of my entire life, on the worst part of chemo, the downest I could have been. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the absolute fucking worst you could ever feel. And bam, there it is, man. Yeah. And I went for it. So
Way
2.5, 3 years later, this is it. This is like the fifth, 4 prototypes. The final piece is here. This is the Autoflower model with a 36 watt speaker that has 26 watts of resonator on it. And it actually vibrates the grid. And then it has 2 exterior speakers so that you can hear music if you want to, because you can turn that off as well if you don't want to hear something. You always hear people say in their gross, I love playing music. Why can't I just put a fucking big speaker in there? Well, you know what? You can't turn that motherfucker off, can you? You know, like you don't want that shit fucking blaring fucking all day. Like, fuck, man. This thing is just like, oh yeah, baby, like, come on. There's none of this like loud fucking shit that's going on, man. You can do it all, man. Fucking brilliant.
wow.
And I built this grid. I made a loom in my. I took the shit out of my living room, and made a loom, a wooden loom where I weave these things together with love, motherfucker.
Wow.
With my love and my fucking cancer motherfucking fighting ass. Fucking built this. You made me cry, man.
Yeah, do it, man. That's what the Palooza's all about, bro. It's about the weeders, man. Being the weeders, man.
You're the fucking man, dude. Oh, it's legit. I look at it. I see what it does when you turn it on. You know.
Wait till you see this thing. Yeah, turn on some music. There you go. Turn that emotion into
we all
music,
know if you talk
that's
to your
really
plants, the plants are gonna respond to that, regardless what kind of plants they are. And
There you go. Here we go. Watch this. I feel alive. Look at that.
Trying action.
And that's just strictly just. Wow.
Ganja bread.
Now that's the outside.
Right.
And so it still vibrates, but it's not loud. So it's gotta go to the next song. But
that's pretty neat.
And so, okay, so.
No, that's fucking badass.
here we go. Yo, man, this is good vibrations.
You can't beat that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's better. It sounds better.
Yeah,
on the
that's-
Yeah, it
headphones.
sounds way better.
Feel the table.
Yeah, oh,
Feel it, feel it.
We're going to be riding the table till 2 out here on the grinder. Don't forget to tip your waiters and waitresses. Now appearing nightly, the Ganja Grid. That's awesome. Fucking A right. Go to ganjagrid.com and fucking see the whole
Come to
thing,
fucking
right?
Chronic Palooza. They got a
Yeah,
booth
even
right next to
better.
Be Elevated.
There you
He's
go.
got a couple of units on deck. You can buy a unit online while he's there, and they can
Okay, so wait
close
a
the
second.
deals.
Okay, so
What?
let's go back to now. You got your plants dancing and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
why? Why did
Okay.
yeah, okay, it's great rock and roll and all that, but 10 minutes into it, I'm like, all right, why would I want to do this really?
Yeah. Okay. So for me, what it was for me is that, as I said, I wanted to grow my plants with more of me in it, not just what I can do superficially, but with another way, and it's through vibration that I thought was the best way to do this, especially because indoors you're shielding your plants from the natural resonance of the earth when you take them out of their natural location. So everybody talks about controlled environmental agriculture inside indoor places with humidity and lights and all those things, but they never talk about the vibration that actually you're taking away from the plants when you move them from the soil where there's resonance inside that doesn't,
Right.
So
And there's a sound for that too, right?
yeah, there is Schumann's resonance. Schumann's resonance is what that is. In any case, I wanted to make medicine with my heartbeat, so I pumped my heartbeat 24/7, and I left it in my shit, and it didn't bother me. You know what I mean? Like I could leave that thing. So 24/7, I grew Northern Light strain, and saw the difference. I saw a difference between two of them, and I was like, "Fuck, man, there's a difference there, man."
It's getting thicker.
Yeah,
and
man.
stuff.
Jay Gold, by the way, Jay
Sure.
Gold gave me some Northern Lights, and
Yeah.
and so I saw that there was a difference in the way that it was growing. It was growing shorter, fatter, and just chunkier, And I let that one grow, and I made seeds out of it. So now seeds from a male and a female. So now I have seeds that were beat with my heart through their whole life through germination.
No big deal.
Like I've and so I have my own
That's
personalized medicine, I guess is what I'm saying there. And whether or not you can say like, it's actual fucking.
Well, there's some people that say that you lick your clones.
Yeah. Or
And then it transfers the DNA from your chops to there.
It's a personal bond. So I did it for the personal bond first.
Right.
But then when I saw the difference,
Right.
I was like, fuck, I gotta go after this. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
document it actually,
Yeah,
and,
man,
and
document
see if it's
everything.
not just me trip my balls
exactly.
off in the right.
Yes, you got it.
There's going to be a good amount of people are going to get a chance to get this before anyone else has it. If all you got to do is just come to the show tomorrow and Sunday.
There you go, the Ganja
Yep.
Grid. So you went to get empirical data on
Okay. Yeah.
which is always important.
Yes.
Especially if you work for a cannabis institute. Awareness, something like that.
I don't.
What was it again?
That's,
Our
Compass.
computer folks. Anyway, yes, I know that. But it's interesting that they're data nuts, and
Yeah.
you're
yeah.
Yes.
seeking to make data happen so
Yeah.
that you can actually prove it's got some validity.
Yeah.
It's not just Glen
Yeah.
You
Black
know.
magic or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
fucking pipe dream.
foo-foo dust.
Here's your motherfucking pipe dream right here, motherfucker.
Yeah.
There it is, right here, man. This is
Yeah,
it.
that's the real deal.
So so how does the test go? What do you do for testing?
Well, so for testing, I first tested seeds that were vibrated with my heartbeat and seeds that were not. Soaked them in water, and actually saw some differences even then. Like the seeds dropped quicker in the vibrated containers than the not vibrated. So I'm thinking that the water tension and all that, surface tension of the water, it wasn't able to soak in properly, or it soaked in better when you vibrated it. So that was the germination part. And then I set them up in a same tent, 4x8, two 4x4s, and grew them exactly the same lights, same everything. Now those were plants that were from seed, and I saw on one of them, I saw a 74%, if you took the extremes, 74% increase in cannabinoid content. Now that was hemp. That was hemp.
Right.
So it wasn't like I wasn't going after THC.
Right. Cannabinoid. You're looking for cannabinoid.
That's what I was going after.
Absolutely.
Right? But again, they were from seed stock, and from seed stock, you're like, they could be different, and did you really get that much? And well, I mean, one of them was whatever. The two were. So then I took the best cloned mother from that. And I did the same test again. So I took a clone, took 4 shots of her, grew them together, 2 against 2, and I got a 10% cannabinoid increase with the Ganja grid versus not. With my heartbeat, 24/7, except for when I went down there and put on reggae or said I wanted to listen to Joe Walsh or something, what I mean? Like I want to sit down and I want to bond with my plants, fucking Oman. So, day's over and you can smoke your joint. Now I don't smoke anymore because I have lung cancer, right? I don't smoke anymore, but I mean, I could only imagine, one of my customers, Matt Guntner, he loves his. He's sitting around fucking on his lounge chair, listening to music, knowing that his fucking plants are vibing with what he's doing.
So why is it that you believe that have you talked to anybody in the audio scientific world about what's going on here? Sure. I talked to Ratish Ghosh, who's of the Lund University in Sweden. He is the premier Thigmomorphogenesis. Say that one more time.
Yeah.
Boom, here we go.
Can you do it twice?
Thigmomorphogenesis.
Wow.
Yeah,
and what does that mean?
So thigmomorphogenesis is a Greek word, 3 pieces. Thigmo, touch. Morpho, change. And genesis, what's genesis?
Beginning.
Create.
Yeah.
So touch, change, create. So there's a lot of papers out there on touch, change, and create, thigmomorphogenesis, and Ratish Ghosh just did a paper on thigmopriming, okay, which says that if you prime your plants by mechanical stimulation, that they will remember it for later strains. So if you are able to dial in a certain frequency, which we don't know yet, we don't know yet, that could take care of spider mites or something like that.
Yeah.
And you could make that plant naturally, not have to use chemicals, fucking deter fucking pests, man.
Didn't you say something about bees?
Yeah,
you can
so
something.
Draw to them.
Gotta throw in the bees there. Find Be Elevated at your
in.
favorite dispensaries around.
Yep.
Beautiful state of ours.
Be next to Be Elevated tomorrow. Come down and see us,
Tomorrow
man.
and
It's gonna
Sunday.
be fucking awesome, man.
It's gonna be-
This is my first fucking show, man. Yeah.
Come down, support. It's $5. You're gonna walk away with more than $5 in pens and notepads and
Little bit.
pop
You
sockets.
turn it off.
No.
All your
I
brands are gonna be
I thought
there.
I had feedback through my
They're
system.
everybody's gonna give you a bag full of shit.
Chasing.
Yeah, the vendor list looks.
So you talk to this professor. So what is it that is driving these plants to?
Hey, let me ask you something.
Thigmomorphogenesis.
Let me ask you something. If you're a person, a woman, a man, and you like to get off without a partner, what do you use? What do you use?
Pornhub?
A fucking vibrator, man. Okay?
Yeah.
Shit, man. Even a male gets off on a vibrator because it's got the fucking vibes, right? That work,
The vibes.
right?
Yep.
So your plants, shit, man. Why can't they feel the same fucking way? So they release hormones. What happens when a person who is not a sessile organism? A sessile organism is a plant that's something that's rooted to the ground.
Yeah.
A sessile organism can't move around, so it has a different metabolism, has different hormone releasing mechanisms, all of these things. Where a human releases hormones like that, orgasms, all these things that are made for quick for quick satisfaction. Plant doesn't have that fucking. He doesn't have that luxury, does he? Fuck, man. He takes forever to fucking grow, and it takes him a long time to make it.
That
right.
Morning Wood's 30 years, man.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
You know. So it just, giving a plant vibration also too releases hormones, plant auxins they're called, and they're released for a defense mechanism basically, and so defend against other things. So we all know about wind, like when a plant is grown outside and there's wind and so forth. It goes to the side.
Yeah.
Well, what about the roots? Okay, I always hear people here. Sorry, Larry, I'm going to switch gears just a little bit.
Okay.
So I always hear two things from people. Sorry, am I talking too much?
No.
My boy is wicked smart.
Yeah.
Right on, man. Appreciate that.
Wicked smart.
Yeah. Shit, what was I going to say?
You were going to
Yeah, where does it
How you like them apples?
you were going to turn it around and go at it a different way to
Damn, man, I was going to say something. It was really good. About plant auxins. Plant auxins are hormones.
Yeah, it's the first time I ever heard of it.
Yeah, okay. And growing outdoors, you have certain...
Right, it moves.
Yeah.
And the plants are healthier being outdoor in that vibration of all the time of a constant wind, and they become stronger plants,
Okay.
and that...
You're nailing it. Here we go. The
Okay.
wind part. Here it is,
Yeah.
the big fallacy.
Okay.
Big fallacy, everybody out there. Huge. It's huge. That's what she said. It's huge. Anyways, people think that an oscillating fan works the same fucking way. It fucking doesn't. Sorry, I'm going to be talking over here, but it doesn't. It doesn't.
Shots fired. All you also boys out there.
Go out to YouTube. Go out to YouTube. You'll see my MythBusters video. I got a
we're gonna
MythBusters.
coin
You can't
that.
play that, can you?
Yeah, sure, we can go there.
Yeah, here.
What's your YouTube?
I don't know. GanjaGrid.com. probably.
Ganja
I
Grid.
don't know. Ganja Grid something. I don't know.
Hey, you better buy AwesomeBoys.com.
I got it.
I'm gonna get the shirts done.
Hey, that's my shirt.
Also, but
I got to show the
AwesomeBoys.com.
back. How do I know it's who? Here, is it on me? Can you see my back?
The O's would be
I don't wanna pull
fans.
up on my
The O and the. On it.
In any case, there's a MythBusters video out there in YouTube land, and it
This is so
dispels this notion that fucking oscillating fan or airborne sound works the same for vibration with your plants. This also vibrates the substrate, the root structure. It makes it even better for a root structure ball and everything.
But I see the plants moving back and forth, Glenn. I mean,
hey, that's
I
great for
mean,
airflow.
I'm. It looks like they're moving.
they are. Yeah. Stop by the booth.
You know,
See-
like, and
see
then
plants
so
moving.
yeah, it's deeper than that. Is
Yeah,
what
it's
he's
much
trying to get to.
deeper.
Is
It's much
it's much deeper. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, a point that hasn't been touched on yet, right? The way this is designed, and great metal, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm essentially a certified welder machinist, like
Okay.
in my life before cannabis or whatever. But that essentially replaces plastic trellises that go into the ocean
Yeah, it didn't even go
and
there
kill
yet.
kill sea turtles and fish and stuff like that.
He's got
Plastic's
huge
all
models
bad.
that are huge.
Yeah.
You know, well, I say huge, like 4x4,
huge.
right?
Yeah,
4x4s.
Yeah, perfect.
I thought I
What?
heard Glenn say humans too, didn't he?
Probably.
No, that's legit. Like,
No.
so I could listen to have my plants listen to Lip Biscuit.
Yeah.
If
So can I make a phone call to somebody?
Yeah,
that would be
sure.
great.
Phone a friend.
So
Yeah, I told him don't mess me up this time.
Yeah, it's reusable. It's great. It's great.
so you
Cold blooded.
so how many plants can one of these? Because it looks like you link them out. So you've got a multitude of different planting devices. It's not one Ganja grid per one dish or one what do they call these things, pots.
No way.
You can link them out. What's going on here? Yeah,
so-
let's see that.
So there's a I don't know if
Oh yeah, we can see it right here.
so there is so there's also a trifold. In any case, yeah, so there's many configurations for the Ganja grid, and this model right here is an autoflower model, which if people
It looks like
wanted
a crazy B&D trainer. I have to say that if you turn it on the side. But anyway, go back to the yes. Go
yeah,
ahead.
so Shoot, Larry.
So you got the autoflower action
Yeah,
here.
this is the autoflower model, and so basically, this if you put it in your pot this way, it's designed after you've either cut it, topped it, or filmed it, or if you want to, send it out to the side. It works very nice to fill in this location of the grid, and they get the maximum vibration, right? And then also we have these Z-links. They're called Z-links because there's a little Z in the end here, and your plant kind of just hooks right in the side here, kind of like that. And it gets vibrated too. And you can put a multitude of those out there. And this is the autoflower model. Now, so in the autoflower model, you could probably get more in there if you wanted to,
Yeah.
But generally, it's 5 tops. But you could probably get more in there, and you can put longer extenders out if you want. I made all shit custom. You guys can, I can make all kinds of custom.
I mean, that's 5 pots within like 2.5 feet of each other.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And you can find the Ganja Grid over on
big deal, no big
ganjagrid.com or
deal.
call 919-995-3441.
Yeah.
So this is what blows my mind: the entry level model Ganja Grid.
$144.95.
Now, okay, is that including shipping and everything?
Yeah.
So for $150, you send me this, and I can use it for as long as I don't break it.
Yeah. In fact,
As long as I don't throw it. Yeah.
this is the,
I've seen some people kick
epilepsy
some plants over.
This is also a mounting way. You can also mount it from the top if you wanted to put it on a ratchet strap or something in your little tent.
That's what we're gonna do.
So you can hang it as well. You don't have to stake it, is what I'm trying to say. And yes, it's made out of aluminum because of the plastic part that Samira was talking about.
Yes, I cannot stand plastic.
And neither can I. So
What
I
about
made-
hemp plastic?
That was
That
that's
doesn't.
different.
Yeah,
That's different.
I love
Come
hemp
on, that's
plastic.
different.
Tiffany has
Plastic.
a little hemp
But-
hemp deal.
And what kind of
Yeah.
welding do you do? TIG, MIG, everything?
Well, yeah. So like, basically, I haven't welded in a while because everything's really busy in cannabis. So how I got into welding was, let's start with, I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and Inkster. As soon as I left Inkster in Detroit, which was around the age of 17 and a half, 18, I went to California, and somebody's like, hey, you should trim weed. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I'm from the hood. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I ended up trimming weed on a pot farm out of like nowhere, and then I just never really stopped. I was like, never stopped trimming, never stopped. And then I got into the growing and processing aspect of everything. And then when California went to recreational adult use, I was like, okay, like, what am I going to do now? Because everything's going to go legal and everything's going to get messed up because of Prop 64 and 215 and all that stuff. So I became a certified welder and machinist, in which I learned how to weld aluminum, stainless steel, mild steel, all positions, flat, vertical, horizontal, and overhead.
Nice.
Yep. I know how to work a mill machine, a lathe machine, all that stuff. So like when I seen Ganja Grid, I was like excited, not even because of cannabis, but because of metal. Because like,
She has a green thumb.
yeah, and
Plants everywhere.
She's got a metal thumb.
yeah, a metal
She
green
got,
thumb.
Green
very
metal.
remarkable person. My girl is wicked smart.
And nowadays I'm doing intelligence because Nick and I, along with a couple of other partners who are not here, we own the Cannabis Intelligence Alliance.
That's what it was.
Yeah. So what did you call it before?
Something like that. Cannabis Intelligence Alliance. That's what it
Yeah.
was. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we have the Cannabis Intelligence Alliance where we're going to be essentially using that data that we have on that side to further the Ganja Grid endeavors and, just put the aces in their places, essentially.
Very well connected.
That's the beauty of cannabis is sharing and getting with like-minded people and making things happen like we're going to do down there at the Chronic Palooza.
Hell yeah, man.
Exactly.
April 17th, 18th, Saturday, Sunday, tomorrow. Doors open at high noon. And you can come out and see Glen with the Ganja Grid.
Yeah.
And all the training, it's amazing. It's all those Z bars you can just keep on extending and linking. How many pots have you ever vibrated at once?
Well, so I've only done 4, to be honest with you. Even in the 4x4, I only had 4. But when they're in vegetative state, I just fill up the grid. I fill it up.
Yeah.
and I let them vibrate in vegetative, and when I get to the point when it's time to do something, then I pick out the ones I don't want and leave the other ones in there, and it's just amazing. Oh, and by the way, when you're done with it, you just clip the bottom of it and flip it over. It's a fucking drying rack. Yeah.
Yeah, so it doubles as a drying rack, no big deal.
Yeah, so you don't
It's
get
a
to
real
mix
nice
it.
drying rack too.
Yep.
Give plenty of aeration. You're not going to get moldy buds on the bottom side.
It's beautiful.
Especially if you're in a properly humidified, I don't know, HVAC room. I don't even know, temperature control? 60-60?
Yeah, climate.
So yeah,
Yeah.
It was a great journey, and here I am, and I'm ready to have people feel their shit when they grow it. And this is only the first stop. And check this out, man. Imagine a guy like me, who was a corporate guy. I worked for
What'd you do? Yeah, because you seem pretty geeky, man. You
geeky. Jesus Christ! I own two lawnmower shops.
No, fuck yeah, dude.
One in New Jersey and one in Ireland. And then I went to work for John Deere at their manufacturing plant where they built zero-turn machines and golf course machines. So I learned all about cutting
Hydraulics.
shit down.
Yeah, man.
Cutting shit down. Right? Well, hydraulics and electrics. Yeah, I went to school for that in Michigan, actually.
I got an X-Mark.
But, yeah, X-Mark, they're good, man.
Yeah.
I would buy an X-Mark.
Wicked smart.
I wish I had a Deere, though. Nothing runs like a Deere.
So I left John Deere to go after this, and John Deere taught me everything about product development, PDP.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to, rat
Yeah,
anybody
yeah.
out, but let me tell you something, man. They did awesome by me, and I did awesome by them because I brought the customer experience to them. Because they all came from school and colleges and didn't have any outside experience like me, who already owned shops doing the same thing that they're trying to sell to. So it just worked great. And so I left them, but so I was in customer support my whole career.
Yeah.
And if I get this thing to move from cannabis towards the other plants that everybody else has done testing on, there's loads of testing out there on thigmomorphogenesis. And they all talk about Arabidopsis, which is the scientific plant that they grow for because it has it's all mapped. The genomes are all mapped in it, so they know exactly what it does. And so they've tested that with many different hertz levels, but all with airborne sound. And this is mechanical, so it transmits much further.
Yes, yeah.
And with much more strength.
Tremors.
Yeah, much more strength, and it does get to the roots and everything. And the root ball, I've got samples of A versus B at the show tomorrow. So please check it out. Sorry, I'm looking down here.
Yeah, do you know where your booth is located at, Remy?
Oh yeah, I went in. I was.
Okay.
You know me, man. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be almost first or second in line. I just got the credentials. The whole crew is gonna pull up.
The question was, do you know where your booth is?
Yes.
Okay, so why don't
Yeah,
you tell the
where's
people
your
where the
booth?
booth is?
All right. So everybody's gonna come in from the south side of the building. Is that correct?
I don't know what
Where the
side
stage
it
was
is,
last year?
Where they're going to come in the front of the building.
But I saw boards and stuff.
I was moving in.
They'll remove the boards. They didn't want you.
So
to
they're
go
going to
up
open that up.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if
yeah.
you walk in from the front, which is, the south side of the building, you're walking in.
20 steps forward, make a left.
You'll see where everybody registers. Just you'll follow the Y to the left and keep going down, and you will be on the right. Yeah.
Boom.
You'll see the other exit entrance. Just keep going. We're on the right. We're right there, right in the middle.
Does the booth have a number?
50, 49.
Okay,
They
so
gave booth
yes,
numbers?
yes.
Well, that's what. Yeah, I
Because
mean,
Supersonic Chronic, because we're building out as raw. It's kind of like the world that you're navigating there. There is no map for thigmomorphogenesis or anything like that,
Nope.
and so that's the same thing with this Crossroads Mall. Is there's nothing there. It goes from a blank slate into something amazing to basically fortify more amazing stuff. Like the Ganja Grid,
There you
like
go.
Be Elevated,
Yeah, man.
and Remy and his whole crew over there.
Chronic
Shout out
folks.
to the Be Elevated
Chronic.
folks,
All right, so
because they're
this is a patient drive as well. Let's not forget
we're
about
going to
that.
break the record for
Again.
largest patient drive in the state.
Again.
Really?
And if you
Wait,
have
how many are
renewals,
expected to go to this thing?
I'm guessing
Conservatively, they're saying 25 to 30,000. I'm going as far as like 60, 70. So many people from other states are coming, dude.
Oh my
There were so
God,
many
man.
people from out of state last year.
Well, yeah, that's
there were so many people from out of state. I mean, plus the shows. No, weed people. The weed industry are the only people that are having concerts right now. I mean, nobody else is having concerts other than the industry folks.
So
The government's like, yeah, fuck off those weed
I
guys.
mean, this
Let
is
them get
like
all
the
that
thing,
COVID
right?
shit.
Like, because everything went down the way it did for 2020, and the shows, events, everything, they're gonna have like way more people in them than normal because everyone's over it and like bored from quarantine and like whatever. You know, like there's not necessarily a handbook for the pandemic.
For $5, you're gonna see exhibit and saliva.
Yeah.
$5. Well, listen,
Bubba Sparks.
you're gonna get more than $5 in notepads and pens and pop sockets.
Yeah, it's worth
Like
it.
so many companies are gonna be out
What are
there
you
giving
guys
away
giving
so
away
many
at your
swag.
booth? Do you
You got to
sell
come by the
swag?
booth and show us that you're either following us or tag us in something, and then we'll give you something nice.
If you're all smart, you'll go by and get yourself.
You know, we bring it. We don't mess around. All right.
Register, follow Be Elevated. Not only follow Be Elevated, also follow
Elevated, okay,
Ganja
.com.
Grid on
Ganja.com.
Instagram.
Human Connection. You can find a
all
Human
that.
Connection on Instagram as well.
Actually-
Human Connection.
The human
The
connection.
human-
So you want to hear
human
yeah,
connection.
the what is that? THC, right? The
Plug.
human.
Make sure you guys
connection.
plug your stuff.
With an X instead
Please,
of the CT.
don't be shy.
THCX. Because we're connecting with our plants. We're connecting with the people and the
Hey, we didn't even talk about
Is
like.
that what your Instagram is? Is the Human
Fair.
Connection, or is that a
There's
different?
well, there's
thing
two.
That you
There's
do?
the company is the human connection. The product is the Ganja Grid. There's more products coming down the road, not just Ganja Grid.
So how many-
I'm talking the full boat.
How many people that have seen your story
So it's like how
and
big the
follow
kits
you
were.
have the
And that was probably in the vape kit. What?
how many people have gotten a hold of you and been like, yo, you're inspirational to me, man. I'm suffering through the same
Yeah.
things.
Oh,
And,
man.
And then how about the Ganja Grid became? But whatever happened to that nasty stuff being fought off by the RSO? What was, or the FICO actually?
FICO, yeah.
Yeah. What was the result of all that? How are you feeling today?
Yeah, so thanks for asking that, Larry. I actually feel really fucking good, man.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, man.
Man, Glen.
I got to tell you, I was a smoker for all those years. My parents were from Kentucky. My mom drank a 6-pack of Budweiser every day and smoked 2 packs of Winston every day. My father, vodka, 2 packs of Winston every fucking day. Every fucking day. You know what I mean? And they didn't tell me not to do it, so I'm smoking away. I'm in lawnmower shops the whole fucking time. There's fucking chemicals all over the place, breathing in all kinds of shit. Coughed up this fucking loogie. Got on the fucking good train, and here I fucking am, man. Changed my life.
You look
around,
fucking
man.
great, man.
I feel fucking
That's
great, man.
That's super.
Yeah,
Do you
so-
still take RSO? Do
No,
you still take
no, I
FICO?
don't. No, I don't. I don't take anything. I'm a 50-year-old. I don't take one pill. I don't take one fucking pill, man. I drink water. I eat salads and shit. You know, being in Kentucky was kind of rough with all that barbecue. I don't eat that shit often. You know what I
Char,
mean,
a lot
man?
of char on that
Like,
food.
I'm not going to no fucking fast food here, right, guys? I'm telling you that.
Right. No.
Oh man, at least one trip to the Chuck House for some
Yeah,
chicken
no.
fried chicken, man.
Yeah, whatever.
fried
Take me around where I got to, man.
Oh my
O-
God.
Yeah, you gotta
Oklahoma
get some
City,
chicken
man.
fried
Chicken.
chicken while you're
Fuck
here.
yeah.
Yeah, we have.
It's Friday night. It's lit, dude. They got the rodeo in town.
Yeah, the PBR is in
PBR.
town.
Hell yeah!
That's
there
And
is.
all your friends that are at the PBR, tell them Sunday night after that matinee, Cody Canada is playing out there.
From across Canadian Ragweed. If you didn't know, just throw that out there. Boys from Oklahoma is the song that they
Yeah,
came up with.
I'll take anybody on. To
Hey, did
fucking
that joint
roll
I
me to
rolled, was that
joint.
all wrong?
That was beautiful, Remy. Even though I'm not a
couldn't
fan,
handle it.
Remy.
not a fan of your
Yeah,
rolling.
yeah.
Oh,
papers.
Remy,
We
with the
had that
posting,
Fair.
don't like have them show you that they followed you. Have them take a screenshot of them following you and put the hashtag on it when they post that they followed you.
Smart. Well, I'm gonna have it like
Yes.
a stanchion out somewhere.
You know, all
and
these
have a
people be
line.
smoking weed at this time, trying to tell them that kind of stuff. They'd be like, "What?"
Screenshot with hashtags, you win
We're
stuff.
gonna we're gonna have a
Yeah, we'll
section
make it
where we're
easy.
giving
We'll
away
make it
the
easy.
shirts.
Yeah,
and
just
the
give me your
t-shirts.
phone. I'll make it easy.
It's not
for
about
you.
first
We'll do it.
rodeo and social media.
Right.
So hey Nick, how'd you get in the cannabis industry, buddy?
Well, I started in cannabis probably 2013 when I graduated high school. Went to college and just started working in and out of the industry. And when I-
Smoking weed, or you're working on smoking weed, or like, what are you doing?
And this
Yeah,
is in
most-
Colorado.
Yeah, I'm born and raised in Boulder. Went to school up in Greeley, Colorado. So weed was always just. It's
The
always been
Republic
around.
of Boulder, huh? How
Yeah.
about that?
Yes.
You have to have a
Um,
Boulderite in here.
Yep. Exactly.
He goes to college, and what do? You you founded a what?
We founded a fraternity.
No big deal.
Yeah, and they're actually doing really well on campus. It's University of Northern Colorado. We started Pi Kappa Alpha. Really good fraternity. Really good.
They
school.
got his picture, like at the top of this
Yes.
family tree of who started this.
And our dog. And our
the
dog.
Yeah, the dog.
We had
has this
we had a
name.
beautiful Chow Chow, Coda. She's still around. She was
she in your arms?
It didn't guess.
no, she had her own headshot and everything. She was chilling there. But what do you pull it up?
What are you pulling up? Yeah.
What'd you
anyways,
pull it up?
So
I hope this is. Well, I was going to say, I hope that's not a shot of the. I typed in Chow Chow.
Oh my god.
Chow Chow Coda, and it had like a big tray of like cooked things. I was like, man, there's some Asian writing on there. I was like, man, I don't think Coda turned out so well, man.
Just do the
Sorry
Chow
to hear
Chow
that.
without the Coda.
Oh,
Coda
that's
was
just
the
Choo
name.
Choo. Okay, well, I guess Chow would be with a W, right? Let's see
Yeah.
what happens
Probably.
there. Choo Choo. Oh, look at that, huh?
Yeah.
Is that like one of your the? Let me see if I can't get a.
She was the fraternity dog.
And there she is, right there. We've got her on tonight.
She was a gray one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's
But-
older and white. That's what's happened to her
So
over the
his
age.
specific dog does not have SEO.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to do that so you remember.
Yeah, and then I have a golden doodle, Gus.
Gus, shout out to Gus. He's
Yeah,
watching
shout out
tonight.
Gus. Yeah,
Gus
but
is the
then
man.
graduated from college, went to school for PR advertising, minored in psych, went and worked for a publishing company, really great publishing company. We had 3 titles: Innovation, Tech Today, STEM Today, Sustainability Today, and then I helped him launch Cannabis and Tech Today. Got really huge. It was the first publication that didn't focus on caniculture, really like smoking weed. It really focused on the science and the STEM. We took the whole idea with the sustainability and the STEM, partnered with all the events, and it was really cool. And that's how I met Tiffany. Tiffany was one of my advertising clients for Bold Tech, which we're partners of now. Bold Tech is an e-commerce marketplace, delivery service, on-demand delivery service, whole tech suite pretty
For
much.
weed.
For weed.
For weed.
For weed.
Yeah, and
she's
this
We don't
is-
have delivery
yeah.
here yet, but we're going to get it.
coming. Yeah, and Tiff is one of the founders of Joint Delivery, which was out in DC, which was one of the first on-demand delivery for the gray market out there.
To buy sweatshirts.
Yes, exactly. And you got your 8th with your sweatshirt.
So, the shit that they put us through to just get to access to a plant is ridiculous.
Makes no
If you don't
sense.
know this, Washington D.C. They decrimmed it, they did everything like that, but you couldn't sell cannabis. You could sell a T-shirt and then you got the weed free with the T-shirt,
Yeah, exactly.
but you couldn't actually explicitly sell cannabis.
That's right.
Which is totally whack. But apparently, there's been some great like new T-shirts and swag and all that created, so that that's the way they compete is like
yeah,
who's got the
that's
best shit to
awesome.
buy
Yeah, man.
to
Yeah,
go
they-
along with this booth they're probably smoking
Exactly.
down there.
And it comes to branding. It's just
Yeah.
the branding.
Right,
that's
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
And a lot of them grow at home too, I think there. So that means that's good for me.
Yeah, they got the
Yeah.
home grow.
Exactly.
I tell you, you should go do seminars in the state of Massachusetts,
Yeah.
because that's another
Yeah.
state that is
Yeah.
just
Whack.
absolutely
Dude, whack.
They
Massachusetts is so whack, dude.
They-
so
They-
I
can
thought
I,
Oklahoma City was whacked. I was like,
can I say my Massachusetts
No.
story? So I get there on Cinco de Mayo, and I walk into a dispensary, and I get some Black Triangle, right? And it's outrageously priced. I go back 2 days later, and I can't buy it because they swapped it from the rec part of the menu to the medical part of the menu. And I chuckled. I go, I was here 2 days ago, buddy. Just,
hook me up.
just yeah. He was like, no, we swap it out every day. I was like, what? What state swaps out medical direct and then back and forth? And like they would restrict, like you could only buy like a gram or an eighth or a quarter of this a day. They'd only have 1 or 2 strains you could buy an ounce from. And I've seen people drive from Buffalo, New York to Boston. It's actually Brookline is the name of the town. You got to get on a 20-minute ride out of Boston is the closest dispensary, but Netta. Anyways,
Is it
it's
Netta?
an
I don't
expensive
think it's
piece.
Netta.
NETA, yeah, it's Netta, dude. I've been there multiple times. It's an expensive piece of shit, and I've been there multiple times.
I know
Knowing it's an
Brookline.
expensive piece of shit, I went back there again 2 days
course you
later,
did.
and I was like, "Hey, can I get some?
Weed
Can I get some of that?" I didn't even look
Weed
at the
fee.
menu. They were like, "You need a menu?" I was like, "Nope, I know exactly what I want." I was like, "Can I get that Black Triangle?" They were like, "It's on the med." I was like, "No, it's not." I was nope, and then Yeah, I had to buy some other stuff that was overly priced, and then went back there for a CanaCon and took everybody that I was working with there, and overpaid again. Hey, if you're an out of towner, this is what I tell everybody.
Bring your own.
If you're an out of towner, okay, you're gonna get taxed, and I know that. If I go to Vegas and I go to Planet 13 or whatever, and I want to get the fancy stuff, yeah, I'll buy an eighth and I'll spend that much because I don't mind spoiling myself every once in a while. But Oklahoma does not have the money for bougie fucking weed and bougie packaging weed. It's just it's ridiculous.
Nobody
I tried to
needs that
explain it
shit.
to multiple people. I hope some people like got the hint. It wasn't even a hint. I was blatantly telling people it's not going to work. There's not enough money for it. It's not. You know, and what really bugs me is that I'd hate for some of these dispensaries to go all in on one of these celebrity strains, if I may, thinking, oh, this is going to bring people to my shop. And when it doesn't, you know, I just don't want anybody to go through that shit.
So the only
Don't price
thing
yourself
that
out.
like brings people to a shop, especially a dispensary, is marketing, and location. That is literally main things that matter.
You know,
in the state,
cutthroat here. I mean, look how
I'd
many
have to say,
dispensaries y'all drove through. You
in
know,
the
just
state, it's
drove by.
price.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but that's why you
Cheapest
make
for
the
the most.
prices better and do some research on your competitors' pricing to make the price
Well,
better and market the fact you got a
when
great
you
drop
price.
the shit out
Yeah,
of the
but yeah,
bottom
when you
of
have
it here.
dispensaries on every corner, then it's just
Yeah.
who got the cheapest
Yeah.
ounce for the
It's
best.
the
quality
dispensary
weed.
owners really get to come up right now because they have vendors come in offering them whatever at the cheapest price, and they get to pick and choose what they want to sell. And then it's like you have to separate yourself one way or another. And when she says marketing, she's not lying. I mean, we have a budget at BElevatedOK.com, and our budget is T-shirts, and we don't go buy, you know, big ass billboards or any kind of
This year.
crazy stuff.
Yeah,
we buy all the shirts and we give them away. We give them away at pop-ups. We give them away at Chronic Paloozas.
Get yourself a Rosin
all
Rocket
the
t-shirt.
green
There you
things
are.
and
Badass.
stuff. You know, and
I'm driving in Oklahoma and I see this
It-
huge fucking thing like
yeah.
big billboard that says like weed for sale or whatever. Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of that. But I mean, you got to be effective with it. You spend $3,000 for a billboard in a month, and you get done to the month, and you're like, "What did I really get with that money?" Whereas, hey, you know, I can give you a free shirt if you give us a follow on Facebook and Instagram. And we did that for a year and a half, and then now we have 4,000 plus followers on Instagram. No big deal. I mean, I'm not saying we gave
That's
away
your
4,000
free-
shirts.
We have like we're
4,000
almost.
cheers, 4,000 likes.
Speaking of which, make
It's a
sure
big
everybody follows the
conversion.
Cannabis Intelligence
Yeah.
Alliance.
There you
We're
go. Where-
almost at 20,000.
Instafo
Yeah, no
shizzle,
big
or
deal.
Where are we going? Where we finding Cannabis Intelligence? Agency?
Instagram, well, all platforms really, omnipresence. You can Google it too.
Hey, can we talk about Green Canopy?
Yeah.
So what's this Green Canopy you guys are doing?
You mean green? Wait,
There-
green
there-
canopy?
There's green umbrella.
It's a green umbrella. All right, I'm
Not
sorry.
Green
All right,
Canopy.
how many? All right, these guys.
So
These
we're
folks
gonna,
have a lot of businesses, and they
so
are
we're
revolutionizing.
Gonna focus
some-
on like mainly like one plant, cause
Fair enough. One plant.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, but One Plant is a product line that we invented. It's kind of turned into something larger. We partnered with Hybrid Holdings, which is Ryan Hilberth. He is with Caniculture, which is a media company. Shout out Caniculture.
What up, Ryan?
Yeah, Ryan. what up,
Caniculture.
Ryan and
Already
James
following.
Meisner. James Meisner is the president of One Plant, which is our nonprofit, pending 501c3 out of Florida. It's been around since 2014. One Plant United is the group on Facebook. But yeah, we
Spell out ONEPLANT.
Yep. And then our brand is the for-profit One Plant with the number one PLNT without the A. And we do some 3D printing, different products. We have a bump box, if you're familiar with the bump box, where you can load the joints. We 3D printed one that you can do half gram, full gram. It's about this big.
Out of hemp filament, right?
Yeah, it's all made out of hemp or
That's awesome.
plant-based.
That's
Yeah,
fucking brilliant.
it's really cool. It fits in your bag or purse
Where
or
do you
whatever
find
you're
that
carrying.
one?
Yeah.
I'll do anything to fucking
Sturdy,
take money away
too.
from Raw.
Right.
What,
Oneplant.com. And you can spell it with the A or without the A. But
Yeah,
number
yeah.
one, PLANT.com.
And you said you already follow us at the cannabis intelligence lines.
Yeah.
That's
Cool.
because of target marketing.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Yep.
And we haven't officially launched one plant yet, but we are we have a grinder. We have a little eighth box that you can clamp it down so it holds in the smell proof.
Wait a second. Let me get to this
You should go get
website.
it.
Container? Like
It's not. We're not. We'll get it for the next one if we do a next one. But
We'll
we
have
do-
it at the show.
Yeah,
right
we'll have
there
it at the
booth.
show. Come to the booth. Come to
Yeah,
the
both
come to the
days,
Ganja Grid booth.
Palooza.
But
The page has got the 2 Wookiees on it?
Yeah.
What do you got there?
yeah, and then one of our other products is
These guys right there.
Yeah.
What's that? Thing
Only
on the
weed
thing,
can
too.
bring the happiness that these guys are feeling.
Yeah, exactly. We're still growing, but we had one of our other our products is a hybrid filter. It's a cigarette-style filter and a crutch made out of hemp fiber, hemp paper, the whole nine. But
And it's already molded. You don't have to fold it or anything.
Yeah, you don't have to fold. It's just
Yeah.
pre-rolled. It works great though. It changes the whole smoking experience. Cleaner. You can actually taste the flower. And then we have our 3D printed plant-based packaging line.
I use an 8 and 10 millimeter glass filter.
Plant-based
Yeah.
packaging
Love
line.
Yeah, it's more for like the dispensaries and the ones that are doing those pre-rolls.
I'll tell you what.
That's one of the background.
Here's a big tip for everybody. Well, it doesn't. You see, that's the thing. There's a certain class of smoker that I didn't really want to join it there, Remy. I was just going like because the cones are like you're concentrating so much smoke into that little hole there that it's got to be super hot, and it is. The cones that I smoke are like I talk a lot, so. Do you notice that, Remy? Because you talk a lot too. The cones
Yeah, you're a
burn
bit
my
of a
throat.
jabberbox.
The cones just burn the hell out of my throat.
Yeah, 100%.
Whereas the open gauge, an 8 millimeter, a 10 millimeter, it gives me a lot cooler of a smoke that goes in there, and so yours come to a point too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's proven. I mean,
Yeah.
it's proven that, cold smoke going in is easier than hot smoke going in.
Well,
People
yeah,
put
and-
ice
Didn't I
in
see
the
a
bones and stuff.
bong that does that without water? It's called Cool.
Oh, you put it in the freezer?
No.
No.
We'll get you some samples of the papers though.
Yeah, I'd really be interested.
Yeah, they pull out the particulate. It just makes a cleaner smoke. It really changes.
And you have papers like that?
Yeah, so we call it the hybrid filter. We haven't officially launched, but we're close, and we'd love for you to try them out. They really do make it clean, and that's how we got.
So someone could potentially get in on the ground floor of this if they wanted, if
They
they
could.
came by and had a conversation with you
They could.
tomorrow
It's
and Sunday at the Chronic Palooza at Crossroads Mall.
They definitely could. It's a great opportunity for some nonprofit, for-profit product line partnerships. It's a great opportunity.
Somebody's got some serious programming issues
Love to
as
hear
your
that.
your depreciated jQuery slick is depreciated
Oh, yeah.
since version 2.701.
We need website work.
But
But we're also, but that's where
877 cash now.
Yeah, exactly. But that's where Canopy of Success comes in. We are helping Glen do some branding and marketing with Ganja Grid, and Canopy of Success is our software boutique tech company. We do
How many states do you guys service?
nationwide.
So every state,
that would be
Yeah, every
50,
state.
right? 50.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
digital.
no big deal. So yes, and then
Worldwide,
other countries as well.
Actually, I've been international since
Worldwide.
2014, 15.
International.
Have you ever heard of the Trim Bin? Is the Trim Bin?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, so we do all the marketing for the Trim Bin, right?
No big deal.
Yeah, so I had the account basically in 2015 and was able to get the Trim Bin to all over Oceania, which means Australia, Tasmania, New Zealand, also Africa, and all over Europe, just from Instagram alone.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Instagram's a very, very helpful tool. Well, it used to be at least.
Well, the
It's
other
okay.
part of it is that the trim bin is a form follow function. It's a great addition if you're trimming. It's not. I don't find it to be that hard of a sell. If anybody's cutting,
yeah,
trimming
everybody
weed,
pretty much has one.
everybody, right? Exactly. And so the Instagram is awesome, especially when you have a product that is so worldwidely accepted that people come to you and say, "Where can I get these trim bins?"
And it works so well.
Super
that
useful.
People
It
actually
does,
use it, and
right.
like all of their SOPs, it has
Yep.
the trimmed in for the most part.
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
And,
like,
Just gotta tell you,
The
So if you're doing it right, don't shake off any extra keef that comes off the flower whenever you're trimming.
no, you just
what are
you
you
just
asking?
have to
Whatever just
naturally
natural,
trim.
whatever naturally
Yeah,
comes
just have to
off,
naturally
just
trim.
let whatever naturally comes off. Because whatever extra stuff you think you're helping with, you're just contaminating, and you're gonna have to sift it if you really want the good stuff.
No, so
But if you just gently trim the flower and let whatever just fall and don't extra shake it,
So can I
you'll
ask
get
you-
the
can I ask you a
maximum.
question? Are you guys like keef experts or something? Or you or something?
basically,
Or what?
I mean,
She
basically,
probably
like
got-
I've been in the cannabis industry for like what 13
Okay.
years
Yeah.
now, 12.
Yeah. So, what happens when you are drying your plants and you want to get your keef off of them before you start trimming? Is that possible?
Wait, when you're drying your plants and you want to get your keef off of the
Yeah. When you're done drying them and you're taking them over to get trimmed, do you do anything to try and gather keef before you start trimming them?
No, just you literally have your trimmers put them like in a trim bin or like whatever the process is.
I heard Remy say that just let it fall off. I heard you say just.
The
so how do you get it to
trichomes-
fall off?
the-
Let me
no,
ask
the
you that.
trichomes naturally like fall off, right?
Okay,
like,
so this is why I'm going there with this. is
For sure.
because This
Yes.
when you're
You got the buds, right?
yeah.
And it's got all the extra leaves on there, the sugar leaves.
I know.
and the,
Yeah,
right,
man.
right. All right, I know you know.
Man.
So
I caught my first bean when I was 15 years old.
okay, my bad.
50.
I do that sometimes.
Sorry.
You want to just do it naturally and like don't extra like shake it off or try to knock off anything else, and just whenever you're taking off whatever trim, kind of just gently take it out, and then whatever keef that naturally falls in the bottom of this bin, you should be able to gather it and squish it almost immediately.
Okay, so here's the question then. Do you think that when people remove their plants from their drying racks and bring them to something that trims them, are they losing keef?
There's always keef getting lost, whether it's on some gloves or the actual scissors. Even in machines, the nicest
Yeah,
machines, there's always going to
Oh, I
be
know
a little
that.
bit,
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
resin. I mean, it's a resin eater. It's resin.
For sure. But I mean, it's just one of those things where it's just time and pressure sensitive. Where, the longer you take and the harder you mess with it, the more it messes up.
There's so much weed around. I don't even give a fuck about keef no
Does
more.
that
to
make
tell you the
sense?
truth.
I forget about it.
I keep in my grinder. I keep the screen. I mean, if you
Fuck
ask
no,
me-
you ditch that shit, man.
See,
Two
that's
fucking
the
piece
everywhere,
grinder,
bro.
man. Get rid of that shit.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
how many
yeah.
months does it take you to get you like one dab of
Well, I like to smoke the keef on the flower.
the keef? Why don't you
Yeah.
just keep the keef on the flower and just smoke it like that?
I don't know. It's weird when I layer it.
You're still bowl smoker, right?
Yeah, I
actually
smoke.
smoked that
I
other
got
one.
pipes. I'm usually a bong at the house.
Bonger.
Uh,
Still stacking the keef on there, making the different ones.
yeah,
They got some of them
some
crazy
hash. I've been doing
bowls
hash.
filled.
Now I'm getting strain specific, grower specific.
That's
so
where it's
with the
coming
flower
to.
and the
Find yourself a
hash.
grower that uses the Ganja grid.
Listen, if anybody's using it, they're not telling anybody about it. Damn fucking straight. And then
Well, you can't give away your trade secrets.
I get it. Nobody wants to go with their fishing hole, but this is kind of our philosophy. All the information is out there.
Yeah.
As long as you just work hard enough to get it. It's all about execution. I mean, everybody knows how to cook a steak, but you see Gordon Ramsay have 1 billion freaking views on his YouTube
Yep.
because the
the
technique,
Yeah.
and
Because they're just waiting for them to yell at somebody to degrade
cuss
somebody.
word. I was gonna say
like,
it was
they
the
ain't
cuss
giving a
word.
shit about no fucking steak, man. It's like, who's this guy going to yell
hey,
at today,
Gordon
man?
Ramsay, if you got into weed business, I'd grow your weed. I'd smoke your weed.
Hey, Gordon Ramsay, your food sucks. All right, get the fuck out of here.
That would actually be
Yeah.
great if he came in the cannabis business. I would
Why
laugh.
not,
Yeah.
dude?
Why not?
Why not?
Because
What would be some strains that he should come up with?
to stay in his own lane. We got
Hell's
plenty of
Kitchen.
cannabis cooks.
Oh, hey, I got a couple pounds of this Hell's
Don't believe
Kitchen.
the hype.
Who wouldn't want to smoke some Hell's Kitchen?
Kitchen.
Right.
I'd like to see about
Raise your hand or wave if you want to see a strain called Hell's Kitchen, or what's the Master Chef?
I like one of
Yeah,
the
Master Chef.
the
Master Chef.
what was the one with
They sound like
the,
sativas.
the next great samurai? Who was that Master Chef? With the Chinese, the Chinese cooking show where they
No,
had
that's the oh shit! I can't believe I forgot the name of that.
that was
Iron
great.
Chef.
Well,
Iron
Iron
Chef.
Chef. There you go. That
Iron
shit
Chefs,
was fucking
yeah.
great.
It was cool. Shout out to Bobby Flay.
There you go.
Hell yeah!
So let's go through it one last time. Where can we go find that Ganja grid besides tomorrow at the Crossroads Mall? Because we've got an international base watching us this evening. That is. There you go. And so here's the Ganja grid. You can put it right up to the. Oh, there we go.
Hell yeah! Now it's a party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, sorry, this one.
It's got the QR right on there. Just snap that one right away, and it'll take you right over to the Ganja grid, or you can go to www.ganjagrid.com. A big shout out to the Chronic Docs. They're going to do the breaking of the record, and you can always give them a call or follow them on the World Wide Web at www.chronicdocs.com, or you can give them a call at 866-405-9333 for Chronic Docs. Nah,
5 minutes longer. I was right.
That's nice, man.
Now let me ask you this: Do you
Clips
think that playing happy music is better for the plant, or playing
Scientifically speaking,
heavy Wagner shit is
I
like
don't
gonna
know.
all of a sudden be like
Look, everybody has their.
playing goose stepping down
Well,
the fucking.
once again, when we were trying to talk about bees, I kind of got off track because that's what I do. He can put the frequency of the
Yeah, I can do
bees.
it now.
Right.
Yeah,
Play
that
the
would be
Valkyries.
great. And then you can do the same thing with the hornets, and now you got a natural pest repellent
Bingo.
because the pests don't want to have anything to do with them hornets.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. I heard that there might be a shortage of ladybugs. I don't know if that's true or not.
That
I
is-
mean,
That's
but I
It
mean,
was for a little bit.
they got them ladybugs going now. They're back on track, or they're still short.
they're so short.
They had the social
unfortunate.
distancing.
They are?
Yeah, and I know that.
They're
So that's like birds and buzzing bees.
Yeah, it's moving. That is so legit, dude. That's so legit.
That's loud.
Yeah, it's vibrating. I can feel it on the table.
Yeah, man.
Well, see, that's the I think you might end up being finding that that natural vibration at a normal sound will be
normal
more
level.
effective
Dolphins,
because they'll never have
whales.
heard that
No.
loudness.
No,
They'll be
no.
like, "Who's this chocolate making bee noises over there? What the fuck
Right.
is that?" Like,
You're gonna get it. No, listen. This is one of those things that it just makes sense. You look at it and you're like, so simple. Why didn't I come up with that? And it is one of those things, man. Congratulations! I'm so
it's
happy
not
that
so simple. The
No, he's
without the epic journey
getting
that he was on.
1000%,
If he
but-
was still over there
but
driving
getting
on
the
them green
vibrations to the
tractors,
plant.
he's not finding this.
you know where I'm
It's
getting
through
to.
trial and tribulation that all of a sudden
1000%.
the cannabis comes up, creates a
The
creative
multi-use of
mind.
it, being able- yeah.
that FICO opened up your mind.
It did, man. Yeah, it absolutely
know?
did. So I popped my first bean when I was 15 years old in 1985. I never had a harvest until I got sick and I grew my own medicine. I always dabbled here and there throughout my whole time. In fact, I was a weed end warrior, for the last 20 years. Just smoking on the weekend. You know what I mean? But I never grew anything to completion until starting on this. So it was definitely a journey, and it was just such a connection I now have with the plant that I have my offspring that are my heartbeat. And if we could get somebody like Be Real or somebody to put their heartbeat into something, that's a customized strain. Nobody else can fucking have that. So there's a whole plethora of different things that can happen, not only for weed, but hopefully for other plants, in vertical farms. Imagine if I can scale this to vertical farms and greenhouses. So what would that do then? Here's a guy who started, with cannabis from a lung cancer thing, and started changing the amount of nutrients that people are using in their plants because they're wasting it, right? And that's a whole big rigmarole and carbon footprint, if you ask me.
Yeah, you never know where it comes from. The lady that invented the Post-it.
So thanks for having me again, man. I really appreciate it. I'm so looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah.
My pleasure. Just trying, like I said, when I'm trying to bridge the gap between states, I'm not just saying just local community. America needs to get together and they need to fight everything that's coming down on cannabis together. Like I've said it multiple times, and I ain't got a lot of money to start anything, but if everybody could just pitch in and have some kind of understanding that we can get a legit law team to fight everything that any government or state is trying to do.
I'll be on there from the cancer stage. You ask me to go in front of anybody and talk about how smoking weed and taking FICO during my chemotherapy and any of that shit, I will be a total spokesperson. And then look what it did. You know what I mean?
And everybody can have one of these in their house.
Yeah.
At a very reasonable price.
A turf slurper? A Ganja grid.
Yeah, a Ganja grid.
Cool.
Anyways, yeah,
I'm waiting to go by the greenhouse and seeing that sucker shaking like in the hood and being like, yo, I want that farm because they got the Ganja grid over there. And so definitely go follow
Are you
Glen
supposed to put the big marble on top?
You just pipe down over there, son.
I never hit a turf slurper. I've just seen it done on
Remy,
TV.
So when you're saying about like everybody in America who's in cannabis pitching in, there is basically a resource for that. If you go to www.com 420impact.
420impact.com?
Yeah.
420impact.com, Larry?
Yeah. A lot of companies, including us, are donating $4.20 a month to 420 Impact.
Cool. That's awesome.
Smart. Tell me again.
420impact.com. 420impac.com.
Put a T at the end.
No tea. No tea. Remy, no tea.
My bad.
Is that what a dab smells like? I've never had a dab before.
This is hash rosin. It's dry sift.
Okay.
So instead of washing the flour and making bubble hash that way,
Yeah.
you just sift the keef through different techniques.
Okay. I'd like to try that.
You guys got to come back sometime.
Like right now?
Oh, we totally will.
I
For sure.
gotta do some.
Yeah, fair enough.
I gotta go be the MC at the Palooza tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I gotta write my scripts and all that kind of stuff.
Let's close it down, Larry.
But
You're
I
the
definitely
man,
want
buddy.
to thank so much Glenn, Samara, Nikki.
Samira. Nick. Glenn. Remy.
I was right this time, right? Remy. That's right.
The guys at the lab been calling me Remy ever since. Just FYI.
Remy Martin, right? Actually, Delco Remy. That's where I know it from.
Oh my god.
Yes, Remy's twice as nice. Always a pleasure.
What's in that team?
Always a pleasure.
You guys got all kinds of stuff around here.
Oklahoma Wild.
It's to Oklahoma, baby. Remember that tomorrow. That's where that's the cheer. It's to Oklahoma, baby, and the OK. And
oh, hey, can I break news? Can I break the news now?
don't break wind. You're going this way.
I'm gonna break some news.
What do you got?
All right, so I'm allowed to say this, and this is an end of the show exclusive.
Yes, here we go. All B Elevated products are free in every dispensary tomorrow. Go ahead.
We are.
Run, go.
No,
go.
I'm about to tell.
One penny.
I'm about to tell you how you can get a penny B-roll. All right, so once the date is set for the lawsuit, the Z-Leaf Ron Durbin lawsuit.
Oh, I have to tell you that Ron Durbin will be out there speaking tomorrow.
Well, that's great to hear. Hopefully, you can come by the B Elevated booth and we can reiterate what I'm about to say.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
So once we find out what the date is that they're going to do that on, Ryan and Drew are going to close up the shop and we're going to go out to Okmulgee County Courthouse and we're going to support the fight against Metric. We're going to encourage patients to come out. And if you can get off, we're going to be on it like a hawk, all right? And we'll let everybody know what days are going to go. And I've already reached out to my heavy hitters, and I told my dispensaries that are selling B-rolls what up. If you're a patient and you can come out to the Okmulgee County Courthouse whenever they have their deal down there, we're going to be handing out stickers that you're going to be able to redeem at participating dispensaries, and you're going to be able to get a B-roll for a penny. Nice. It's more than just companies. If patients come out and the patients actually show that they're interested in this, and it's not just business owners, the representatives will take that to heart. The decision makers will take that to heart, and it's our way of trying to help out. And that's you can find out more about what we're wanting to do at the booth. We'll have it set up where you can stand in line and get free stuff, shirts and terp fresheners, car fresheners that we use, terps that we infuse.
Double Ganja grids.
And then
right next door.
we're gonna make you work for this stuff, okay? We're gonna make you work and get on that social, get them thumbs moving, and then we'll have a part of our table where we're gonna have a demo stuff where we have dummy bags of our popular items, and and then Ganja Grid will be right next door. They're going to be doing demos. They'll have different ones set up with different plants. Some reputable people are coming for the show, and they're bringing their home grows, and we're going to get to show everybody what's going on. Man, I'm so excited for this show, dude. Everybody's coming out.
Heck yeah, man.
Hell yes, we're going to do it.
us.
And that's just to add a little bit on to what Remy had to say is, because I had to practice that because of Remy, it was in my head. I couldn't stop it. But the
Freudian slip.
Even if you're not a business owner, we need to support the businesses on this one, because you know what they're going to do. If they have to pay for metric, you're going to pay for metric. They're not going to eat it. They're going to pass it right to you, and they're going to go, and then it's going to. So if it's 45 cents a plant for each one of those markers, they're going to add $2 to it, because they're going to say, well, I got to do this, and I got to do this, and I got to do that.
$2 is going to go to the dispensary, and the dispensary is going to have to add up to $4. And you see how it perpetuates down the line.
So everybody, Weeders unite!
Can you grow?
Chronic Palooza.
Come out.
What is this? What is the status in Oklahoma? Can you grow in Oklahoma?
Yeah, you
fuck
can have
out of weed.
six plants.
6 plants.
600.
Well, if you have a license in your commercial, you can grow as many as you want.
What about personal?
There we go. From
6 and 6. It's
Yes.
soon to go to
12,
change
but
to
6 and
12.
6,
Well, it's 6 and 6, but they're going to change it from 6 in flower to, which is another one that they need to hear that shit that Fett Getter was trying to square it away, because they were going to change it from 6 and 6 to 12 in flower. Hell yes, you know the difference is there, right?
Yeah, twice as much.
Fuck yeah! And you could keep your whole harvest. You'd have to change. You'd have to.
So right
turn
now
it into
you can
8
have
ounces
like
and all
up
that
to half a pound
bullshit.
on you as you're rolling around town, but you can buy up to 3 ounces if you have a card in Oklahoma.
It's 3 ounces on your person.
Half a pound at the house. Okay, right, all right, half a pound at the house.
Yeah.
It's half a pound at the house.
Yeah.
So sorry.
That's okay. It makes a difference when it was like, I always watch a show, Larry, and
but you can buy
Remy
28
said I could have
1-gram
3 pounds
cartridges
on
or
it.
28 grams of dabs at once.
Yes.
Yeah, one time. No
You can buy
problem.
28,000 grams of edibles. You can buy 28,000 milligrams.
It's just the flour.
1,000 milligram chocolate bars if you
Yeah,
want.
no, the
Like when people try to talk shit on Oklahoma, I ask them like, oh, how much does a 1,000 milligram chocolate bar go for in your state? And I mean, Colorado, you got to be medical to get anything that high, and no one else in any other state can get 1,000 milligram anything.
Nope. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah, so that's the difference. Like,
we're out of control here.
like that's the deal. Like people that really need it need to dose that much.
I do 100 milligrams a day.
I say
Can I ask you
90% or more
This is
of
my
people are
diet.
like 5 milligram dose people.
Can I ask another question? I'm sorry.
Please,
I'm
ask.
I'm silly
yeah.
about Oklahoma.
Don't shy,
So
don't be
as
shy.
far as the Native American scene, like what's that all about in Oklahoma? Is there like do they have any special rules when it comes to marijuana or cannabis? Can they grow more? Can they do this? Can they?
It's if you're on tribal lands, it's tribal rules.
They're not a big fan of other people other than the tribe. If I'm not going to sit here and start talking about stuff. They have all.
Yeah,
listen,
Let's go back to weed, man. That's like
growing
too
up-
fucking
no, no,
heavy,
no, no,
bro.
I
Like,
meant like,
Yeah, you're gonna
growing
we're
up in
gonna- we're gonna
Oklahoma-
introduce you to somebody who's from the tribes, because we can't
Yeah.
speak for tribal matters without somebody from the actual tribe.
Yeah, sure, I got it.
Yeah.
No, I got it. I just was curious the status or whatever.
It's
That's
even
like-
gets
That's a great
even
question. It
wackier
is.
because
If someone
the
wants to
Supreme
chime
Court
in,
just said that
that's-
half the state's there.
Yeah, it's Mike Diesel.
So
on.
it's going to get even weirder.
Yeah.
It's
Mike
anyway.
Diesel.
What do we got? So all right. Well,
Boom.
tomorrow.
Well,
Chronicalooza,
you had
6
war party
a.m.
in here last
if
night.
you need to. No, it wasn't last night. I
Not
had
before work. You know
the
what I meant.
motherfucking Soil King
You know what I
and the
meant.
awesome people from Escalated Greens who are doing some amazing things in the state of Oklahoma. For people, the world of cannabis is doing amazing things for people in the world of cannabis.
Changing lives.
Yes.
Seen it right in front of me.
Yes. So, everybody come out to Chronicalooza. Setup begins 6 a.m.
If
Got
you're
to
a
be out of
vendor,
the parking lot at 10 a.m. We're going to tow your car out of there because at high noon, it's weeders
Go time.
only in there. There actually will be about 150 car show cars in the parking lot. There might be more. There's a ton of bikes that are coming. There's planes, trains, and automobiles. There's just everything that's going to happen down out of there. We've
it's
got
only $5.
the Oklahoma Glass Challenge that's going to go over there. We've got the Stage of Elevation, which is going to have some, if you like a little bit more of the hardcore, freaky deaky, fire blowing, body painting kind of world out there, then that's your island out there. You'll be rejoicing out there with that, and just ton of vendors. We got B Elevator, we got
entertainment all
Ganja
day
Grid
long,
all day long.
from noon to almost
Epidemic
midnight, pretty
Outrage
much.
is going to open up the
Yep.
show for us
Taylor
tomorrow.
and
Stay hydrated. You might want to bring a hat. It's going to be chilly out there, so if you're follically challenged, you might want to bring a hat. And I don't know what else.
Blow it out, man.
Blow it out.
Thanks, yeah, man.
So
This is the
there-
first,
so,
this first
uh,
event,
four-
first event since the COVID thing happened, right? I mean, like this is it. This is like, I mean, like,
fuck no, we've been raging ever since, Glenn.
They
We don't-
do.
we don't
They
fucking-
have a can
Yeah.
of come back for can of grudge. We already got our
So
table.
you telling me I'm going to a normal show in Oklahoma?
Yeah, well, no, you're going to
No,
going to the fucking Chronicalooza.
That's what I want.
I told you it's going to be a circus. It's going to be a circus, man.
It's
It's going to be
be
a carnival. It's
That's
gonna,
what I'm talking about.
Dude, I just went
For
out.
sure.
I bought 10 canisters of helium, man. I'm telling you, we're going to be out there.
Hey, welcome to the Chronicalooza. They put on these fights called can of grudge, and people here can call out other people in the cannabis industry and fight them in a ring,
If you got a beef.
kickboxing style.
Oh,
no
really?
shit.
Yeah. I mean, there's some other people doing it as well, but
Some roasting going on.
it's called the can of grudge.
Shout out
That's
to Adrian
It's wild,
Pallamore.
Canada,
is
I
Pallamore?
like that actually.
Adrian
We got a
Pallamore
table.
is the heavyweight champion.
When's the
of
next can of grudge?
Next can of grudge, I believe, is June 31st. Don't hold me to it, but it's going to be lit.
We got our table already.
Yeah, everybody's got their table.
You
We all
should've told
come
me
out
that.
there. We got the
It's a lot of
farmers
fun.
market
It's
we
so
do down
much
there.
fun.
Huh?
Then they not only that.
Right.
Listen, they have actual sanctioned fights for title contention. Like they have real
Everything
fighters
is
too.
sanctioned, yes. Everything is sanctioned. You actually have to be part of the kickboxing organization. Everybody signs up, so it's all legit. There's a doctor. It's real deal. And a lot of the it's also a very good example of cannabis being used in athletics.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
so most of
very
these
good.
people work also at dispensaries, and they train, and their dispensaries are sponsoring them by giving them nutrition and cannabis and all that stuff, and it's absolutely symbiotic the way this thing is.
Yeah, you'll
growing.
see
It's
people like
just-
literally beat the shit out of each other and then hug each other after.
Well, that's the way normal fights are. You know, that's the way they go. It's 3 1-minute rounds unless they choose
There's
to
some
go
there's a little
harder.
bit of bad blood.
And there's but after that, oh yeah, there's been
I seen this one like young dude, maybe like mid-20s, like knock down this 50-something-year-old dude and like, all right, everybody, it
and
was
then he
like,
beat him with his cane.
but this is what really like it, like he was flexing, dude. Dude was like, yeah, like no, you don't do that and then flex. All right, like you're already skating on thin ice. It's just a good way to not have everybody hate your ass. But I mean, it was so much fun. I mean, people were sitting there and just everybody. It
You're
seemed
allowed
like
to medicate in the room.
and the oh my goodness, it was so thick. A really good friend of mine was like, We got to
Actually,
go.
we're very healthy, and thanks to Clean Air Solutions, that
Yep.
keeps us the smell is totally knocked down out of there. It's a great technology, UVC light, and just does a phenomenal job for us. So thanks
Well,
to
I mean,
those guys.
The people that own the farmers market,
They make us have it.
Yeah, they let you have whatever.
Yeah, because we buy the right equipment and do all
And you
that
pay your
stuff.
bills. Hey, you want to make it in the weed industry? Pay your bills. Pay your employees. You know.
That's enough.
Have employees.
Yeah, don't be as greedy. Don't
There you go.
price
So-
yourself out. That's simple.
Any shout outs, Glenn? Because I gotta go.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah, no, just shout out to my wife and my kids, of course. Sandra, I love you, baby. I know you're probably not watching this right now, but, I love you so much. And the boys, Seamus, Cormac, and Aiden, you guys, I took little pieces of you and made this, all right? So this whole business has little pieces of a computer programmer, an agricultural guy, and a biologist embedded into it because my kids helped me build this in certain ways. So thank you so much. And then, of course, all my friends and all my new friends that I've just met today. Right on. Perfect. Thank you.
Fucking A, Glenn. Way to go, man. I'm so glad that you came into the
perfect.
studio and that we're going to really get to know you this weekend down at the Chronic Palooza. And
Yeah,
thank
man.
you so
You
much.
can literally buy this once again and then
Yep.
sing to it. You can record yourself and then play it to your plants.
How about you, Nick? You got something on the way out of here?
Not much. Just thanks for having us.
Peace and
We're
chicken
excited.
grease.
Yeah, stop by the.
This is
Ganja
his
Grid-
first. This is his first big cannabis convention, right? Is that what you said? No,
No.
no.
Dude,
I'm
this
lying.
guy is
I
fucking
lied.
full on
I
marijuana
lied. It's
geek,
Glenn's.
bro.
It's
What the
Glenn's.
fuck are you
It's
talking about
Glenn's.
your first
Yeah.
convention?
It's Glenn's
The
first
only-
first big
Yeah.
show.
The only shows I've ever gone to are CBD
Sorry
shows.
about
you
that.
know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, so-
no, but stop by the Ganja Grid
Where-
booth and pick up one. You can buy them there on site or buy them
They
online.
got a couple for sure, and then
Samara, you got anything?
Samira.
Samira. What?
Samira.
Samira.
It's
With
my
the U.
Jersey accent.
Yeah, that's it. See, he's
I'm
got a
sorry.
Jersey.
It's okay.
Jersey
Whoever
over
doesn't
here.
say my name
from
correctly,
Jersey.
I'm used to it.
I say
Like say mirror.
Oh my God.
Say mirror.
say mirror.
But you say it with your accent because
yeah,
you're from the
it's
East
cool.
Coast. Mira.
That's why I say it.
Mira. Samira.
Samira.
Shout out to everybody in Oklahoma and also everybody in the great state of Michigan.
Hell yeah, the mitten. We're smitten
Yeah,
with the
show where you
mitten.
live, right there, man.
If
That's
you're from
where I used
Detroit,
to
you don't
live,
you don't
man.
do this when you're from Detroit. My mom grew up in Detroit, and she would tell people, she would tell us growing up,
I mean, really,
"You're
it's
from
like,
here. This is where you're from,
like this.
right here." And then I go to live in Michigan, and then people in Detroit don't do that.
We do when we're talking to out of state.
Out of state,
Yeah,
100%.
we don't when we're doing it's like with each other. But yeah, thank you so much for having
this
us.
has been great.
Florida, shout out to Florida, shout out to
yeah.
Colorado.
There you go.
We're at
Shout out
Jersey,
Shout out
New
Tim.
York,
There you go.
Shout out to Tiffany
Virginia,
Burke.
Yeah, shout out
DC,
Tiffany Burke.
Tiffany
Maryland.
Burke.
Tiffany Burke.
That's
Yeah,
half
Tiffany
the problem.
Burke.
Is
No.
every time you point to
She should be Samira.
Samira,
Nevada,
the-
Arizona. I mean, listen,
you'd say
guys.
Tiffany, and I'd be like, wait a second.
Together.
You know what I'm saying? So there you go. It's your mic there, Remy.
Damn fucking straight. Okay, this is pretty neat.
I know.
The Ganja Grid. Look, I'm very flat. I'm very happy to be here. I think my superpowers is to surround myself with extremely remarkable people and connect them to each other.
Yeah, bring us
and
together.
and it's just a big extended family. You know, we all have a common goal: is cannabis in mind, and not for it to be all corporate and greed. You know, it should have never been like that in the first place. And you know, I don't have a green thumb. I don't grow, but if you, at the end of the day, if you have any problem, just grow your own. It's that simple.
And so there we have it. It's another Chronic Palooza roll-up in the books. Our third one. We're getting ready to have a fucking fantastic weekend.
It was great for us last year. I got plenty of
I have to
customers off
give
of it.
the major shout out to Miss Carrie Chronic
Yeah, thank
on
you,
the
Carrie.
eve of her biggest endeavor ever.
It's huge.
And
How many Jack Hair Cups? 5 they're doing across America?
It's all about the Chronic Palooza, really.
Well, the fact that, you know,
The
whole
yeah,
thing
there's a
they picked up.
Yeah. They knew where to go to find the winner, and so Supersonic Chronic has done just a fantastic job in making everything happen there, and
It's a very exclusive club. Is what
6
I'm
o'clock.
trying to get to.
Oh yeah. Well, it's really the state of Oklahoma and the people that are in it that are really making this go on. It's the vendors and the sponsors and all those people. It's the Ganja grids. It's the Be Elevateds. It's the Cosmic Brands. It's the Cannabis Intelligence Agency Alliance. The that's
It's a
what I said
family,
what it is.
before. That's what I
It's a
said
family,
before,
folks.
and I got it this time. So the one plant, check those rolling papers out. Go by the Be Elevated booth. It's technology, and as we go in this legal market, we
Oh,
start
come get your
seeing
picture
more
with the
and
roots.
more.
We're gonna have the roots at our booth, so come by and get a
way,
picture
really?
with the roots. Yeah,
Seriously.
yeah.
Okay, man. Right on.
Yeah. So the roots.
We have plants.
So
We got Ganja
just
grids.
this is the deal. We've been saying that because it's true. We have some roots because we're gonna start getting into the root medicine of the plant, and because the roots are known to have NSAID type effect like acetaminophen, and it's all natural. So we'll have a bunch of roots by the booth, and you can come by and get a picture with the roots.
There you go. Roots by the booth.
Yeah.
That'd Be Elevated. Just walk around inside for it, do stuff like that. And then so we've got
Yeah, it's
6
gonna be
a.m.
on.
startup. Doors open at 6 or doors set
If
up
you're a
at 6
vendor,
a.m.
get there.
I'm going to turn off your
please,
microphone.
100% before
I'm going
10.
to turn off
Please
your
be done.
microphone. I'm going to turn off your microphone. The setup at 6 a.m. Everybody out of the parking lot. What Remy said. If you don't know by now,
If you're
then
a
you're
vendor.
fucked off. You're up too late
If you're a
anyway.
patient,
You're going to miss it anyway.
doors
It's
open
time
at
to go to
noon.
sleep, man. If you're coming out there 6 a.m., go to bed. I know I need
We're
to
gonna
go to
try not
bed.
to run
I'm
out of
gonna
stuff on the
figure that
first day.
shit out
Thanks
there.
very much,
So-
Larry. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Love
thank
it.
you,
Thanks so
Larry.
much, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Thanks,
The
everybody.
Grinder Live, folks.
There you go.
Go to the Grinder
Subscribe.
Live.
We're offering subscriptions. I don't know, not really. But just go follow shit, like, share, do whatever you want. Tell your mom, kids, dad. Come on out. Chronic Blues at $5.
$5 for and
Thanks to
then
my mom and dad who made it all possible. I love you, lovey. Peace and chicken grease. We are gonna get up and turn off the button. And here we go. Oh yeah, here. Oh, you can turn off the microphone.